ever. It is back for the 6th podcast here on the Powerstroke Tech Talk podcast. We have returning guests, Matt, DS Trucks, and our new guest, Michael Adams. He's a subscriber of mine. Reached out to him, and here he is today, and none other than PTT up here in the top right corner. I think you're top right over here.
Yep.
So yeah, I had wrote down a couple of notes, not only over the weekend, but actually on lunch when I was talking to Michael today to verify that we were going to be good. Is on these new trucks, 2020s, and I don't think we've ever talked about it. DS has it in his 450, and I don't even think him and I have talked about it. But was the phone charger that is right underneath the infotainment system, and it's got the door you can push open. Does anybody use that? I don't think. I know I don't use it. For one, it's not a fast charger, and it's kind of. I don't know, Matt. Have you ever put a phone down in there, or DS? Have you ever put your phone in there? Like,
dude, you're talking to me like
awkward.
I got a really nice truck, and
I'm saying you just were talking that you were driving, a cab chassis and stuff at work. But I mean, you drive these new trucks. You got to be paying attention.
I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
I'm like,
DS?
why is this whiz banger making all these bad noises right now?
Oh, I mean.
But I'll look for it tomorrow.
Yeah, look for it tomorrow and tell me what you think. When you put the phone in there, it was something I wanted to, right off the rip, I wanted to ask the people out there, because I think it's like, that brings me to one of my next points was, what would you change about your Super Duty? And I don't know, how everybody's going to use their truck is going to be different. They're going to be using it for construction, or DS, how he's going to be using it. You saw where he's mounting his stuff for his plow, and how he's utilizing when he's doing his paperwork. Hit that number 3 button. Number 3. What would you change? And I think one of the things for myself that I would change would be like the center console. You got to tip it up, right? Hold on, excuse me. Can you move your arm? Let me tip it up. It's kind of like I feel like I'm encroaching on my passenger's defense. Like, what happens if the center console just like slid back? You know what I mean? Instead of it just being like a
that could make a very nice like little lunch tray for people in the back seat.
Or a lunch tray. But I think it's a little like,
it's amazing.
I don't know. I kind of would like it just to slide back, or still pull the button. That would be your lock mechanism, and have
What if it flipped forward, and then you could like write on it?
You're talking. It sounds like you're talking about the F-150. It does that, the new one.
Yeah, I totally jumped in the one we had on the lot and was like,
oh, okay.
Was it pretty?
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Well, no, I haven't even seen one yet.
Did you fold down the shifter?
I also laid on my back in the seat.
How was that?
That was
fold,
pretty nice.
They fold flat, yeah.
I'm waiting for maybe the Super Duties will get those. And I mean, again, off topic, Ford just announced the 2020 or 2021 Tremor option.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
F-150.
Was it on PTS or FMC or something?
Something. It was big news.
I remember seeing
about it.
Yeah.
So A-Rod, so I don't have the wireless charger in my truck. I have an STX, but when I reviewed them, was shopping, as you know, I recently purchased a 350 dually.
Oh yeah.
It took delivery of it Thursday.
Okay. Fresh is
so,
fresh. Awesome.
15 got it with 15 miles on it. But when I was looking at that feature, the units that they had and XLTs that had it, I really found that getting the phone, so I have a Note, so it's a pretty big phone.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really difficult to get it in and out. I mean, you got to really fumble with it to get it to charge right.
I kind of feel the same way.
And to your point about it being just the regular charger, the regular, I think it's 5 volt, instead of the 18 volt or the 20 volts. I wouldn't use it.
And even like, and even I noticed when you do get your phone even going in there, it really gets hot. There's no airflow. I mean, not that there's going to be airflow in there, but it's just like this little cavity that your phone's just kind of like hot soaking in. And it's, I don't know. DS, have you put your phone in there yet? You know what I'm talking about?
When I first got the truck, I did it a couple times, and I'm like, well, it's charging too slow. But then
Yeah.
you put it in there, you go to work, and it will charge up. It will do the job. But I don't know. I think about it as it seems like Ford has put a little bit of a safety measure in it because they want it tucked away. They want it out of reach, and they don't want you to touch it while you're driving. That's just kind of how I feel.
I can see on that.
I don't agree with it 100%, but it seems like that was what they were going for. To me, it made more sense if it was like somewhere that you could get easier access to. Maybe I think GM had it on a center console at one point, wireless charger where you could get to it a lot quicker. And I wish they would have made it a fast charger. It's like they're always just one step behind.
Yeah, I think that would have been sweet.
Charger, and it's not a fast charger, so
Wait,
I have the what they call it, the 40-20-40 seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got got the flip up seat in the front, and so the top on it has got a notch indentation that you could take in place a larger
and the
phone.
The phone's too big.
That should have been the wireless charger.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
What if
sure.
it wasn't meant for your phone? What if it's meant for like your headphone case? Throw your AirPods in there and they charge while you're driving.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. Right.
Because that's the thing I noticed, like on my Focus.
Big brother, Ford. I know you want
you can't fit anything in there. I don't even know what kind of phone you would fit in there. And that's like, that's the biggest complaint I've seen now that I know what you guys are talking about.
Now I'm curious if
you can't
put
fit
AirPods,
this in there.
Well, will your AirPods charge off of that wireless pad that's in the?
That's a good question.
My AirPod Pros that I have will do.
That's a really good
charging.
question. Anybody in the comment section, let us know. I'm sure somebody's going to try it after this, video. But have you guys tried? Have you guys successfully charged anything other than a phone in the Super Duty wireless charger?
Be able to. Most everything has inductive charging now.
That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty
sweet.
Just waiting
for Snap-on to do it with their batteries or something. Someone.
Speaking of batteries, I think that coat. My coworker just got one of those M12 coats like DS has, and I just saw the coat for the first time over the weekend when you're over here. But it's like, why couldn't they have made like this slim battery that went like right in like a cigarette pocket or something on inside of the coat? But yeah, they give you this M12 battery that's like you're carrying a magazine on your hip. That's, I would feel if I'm sitting in a truck, I'd be like, what did I got this battery in my, I haven't wore it. I can't say, but in my head, I think that's how it would.
They offset it. They offset it a little bit. So it's kind of off to the side. So it's not terrible, but if
I want to get one of those.
It's just a nice coat to wear around. It looks cool. It lights up a little bit. Is it going to keep you, is it going to necessarily keep you warm? Probably not. The batteries are going to die.
But if you're like, got to go do the snow or something outside, for the next half hour, 40 minutes, let me put this coat on. And
Right. Yeah, it's good for half hour, 40 minutes. But for professional, like for me outside doing snow service, not really. Because then it's
just put your Carhartts on at that point.
Yeah, at that point, you just got to. I'm actually wearing today. I'm actually wearing the like regular Milwaukee hoodie. There's no battery or nothing on it. And it's so comfortable. Like it's actually better than their battery powered one because the battery powered hoodie is so short. Like it's just oddly too short. I don't know. They dropped the ball a little bit with the hoodie.
I think I just wrote down a note after Michael showed his window sticker. So I think, I don't know, besides Matt and DS, I think he'd probably be like the second guest on here besides Ed. You holding your window sticker, I think, would be a really, really cool come to the podcast and bring your window sticker.
Yeah,
we'll talk because DS has got a fresh truck, so he's got his window sticker. I have my window sticker.
Geez, don't make me feel pressured to go buy
So
we could make him one, Matt. But I think it would be cool.
I'm gonna get a F600 and trump all you. Well, no, because then I won't have a diesel. And
That
I
would be
gotta
cool.
get-
Well, you could
I have to
pretend.
get a
cool.
seven. I have to get
You
a
could pretend.
750.
Dude,
And then
that
put
would
a
be
bed
cool.
on it. I'm gonna get a
That would be
750 and put a bed on it.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna write that down. So I'm gonna make that a note to myself when reaching out to you guys who I have in queue in the emails. Bring your window sticker, and if you don't got it, I can email it to you. So
Here's
think-
my question, Michael. Sorry. What surprised? Like what about your truck surprised you the most? I guess.
Surprised me the most was the ride.
yeah,
I tell you, I really felt when we bought the 350, when the wife and I went riding them, test driving them. Highway was smooth. New blacktop roads around the dealership.
how many did you
And,
test drive?
Probably about half a dozen.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, in fact, so kind of got a long story about that. So when I'm planning on retiring in the first quarter of next year.
Good for you.
So my company, large utility company here in the South, and they got they purchase and manage and lease their own fleet of large commercial vehicles. So because of that, Ford looks at them as a dealership, so they offer X-Plan pricing to us. So through the Ford partner website, I was able to take and look at all the dealerships in a 100-mile area.
No
Figure out,
kidding.
what was available, what the X-Plan price was,
Wow.
who was in it. So while I test drove about 5 or 6, I looked at hundreds, since July. In fact, we had one on order.
He's got my shirt on. Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Representing.
That's awesome. I got mine right. Yeah.
We ordered a F-250 two-wheel drive because again we wanted to kind of tow. I don't really need four-wheel drive here down in the South, and so I figured in the payload that it would give me 400 pounds, by getting a two-wheel drive over a four-wheel drive, and the trailer we was looking at, fifth wheel, kind of borderline on the margin of safety with the payload. And so when the truck finally arrived, that 400 pounds didn't show up in the yellow capacity sticker. So we were really disappointed. So we were in a position, I got a good dealership down here. I don't know if I can give a shout out to them.
Go for it, whatever.
With the folks at Don Bones Ford here in Harvey. I mean, man, they really was patient with me. So they ate the vehicle and said, we'll find you another one. And
no kidding.
It took about 3 months. I couldn't order it exactly like I wanted, but it got all the equipment I needed. It's got the backup trailer assist, and it's got the adaptive with it, collision avoidance. And
yeah. What color did you say it was again?
Black.
Black. Okay.
So
Heck yeah.
Was it a
cab.
Diesel?
Yeah.
Heck
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, nothing but. I wasn't getting the gas.
Yeah.
We drove the gas, and it just, it's nice, but it does not have the torque.
It's nice.
Yeah, it don't have the pull. My wife drove it, and and she's
Talking about you, Mario Brothers. You know who I'm talking about.
She said, "No way." She says,
Wow.
So if the wife drives it, the wife wanted black, the wife wanted a dually, and
That's
the wife
all that
wanted a
matters.
diesel.
That's
Wow.
So we're coming to find out that's not your truck.
No, it's not. No, she's even named it. She called it the Beast.
Oh.
After the presidential limo. So
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it.
So
Heck yeah.
so we had a good time. And so we was driving the 250s, and they ride nice, for a 3/4 ton truck. But when we decided to step it up and get a larger trailer, we had to move to the 1 ton, and we just figured, there was none on the lots here. I don't know how the units sell up north, but down here, if they got a 350 that lands on a lot, it's sold in
Oh yeah.
hours.
Wow.
That's hours. And so we lost 2 or 3 vehicles in the process of trying to get the right one. And then ultimately we found one at the time and arrived. It was the crew cab, long bed.
Heck
It
yeah.
come equipped with the hitch, the factory hitch. And so for her wife, she wanted the cameras and she wanted the hitch. And so got the color,
shit.
4-wheel drive.
Black interior.
It's the charcoal cloth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got the STX.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Heck yeah.
we just needed it to tow, and so.
Did you get 4-wheel drive?
So like I was saying, I've really, so we took it on the highway this weekend, and we was impressed. One, with the fuel economy, I think I got 19 and a half, and it come with the 355.
That's what I got. Yeah, that's what I got.
And 19 and a half on the highway, and
did you get 4x4?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, okay. Okay.
Comfortable to drive. I drove the larger trucks, the 550s and up, and just from a work experience, it's a job to drive those trucks for hours.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
They just got a mind of their own with the front end. You just not really comfortable to drive. But when we didn't know what to expect on the road with the 350, and to Matt's question, that was the surprise, is the quality of the ride.
Wow. Is there something you and your wife like have your heart set on, like the first thing you guys are going to do? Are you guys going to get like, floor mats? Are you guys going to get, tinted windows, or you guys got some little things you guys are going to do to it?
So the actual first mod that I did to it was I replaced that 8-inch air dam on the front of the truck.
Okay.
Done some research in advance from on the different channels, and saw folks that swapped those out for the 2-wheel drive version. So went from 8-inch to a 5-inch, makes the truck look a whole lot better.
Heck yeah.
I didn't want to go trimmer version.
Yeah.
But
I'm only giggling because A-Rod just put out a video saying he's not going to get rid of his valence.
Oh, I just had in the comments. Yeah, in the comments.
Wait, you got the trimmer. You got the trimmer, right?
No, I don't have a trimmer.
Oh, I thought you had the trimmer. So you had
I got the big.
valance?
Yeah, I got the big boy on it.
No, he could plow snow with his.
Yeah, I got a mini.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what it is. And so it's LC3Z 17626BA is the 2-wheel drive version.
762.
A-Rod, you just got replaced.
BA.
So BA is the 2-wheel version, and then I think there's a CA that is a trimmer version, which is like a 2-inch strip instead of the. I didn't want to be that aggressive with mine, but most of the people on the interwebs, you go looking up the YouTube stuff, you'll see that they're running they all seem to be migrating toward the trimmer version just because it's the minimal.
Just
but
wait.
To me, that air dam, that snow plow on the front it didn't do it for me.
What did it cost you?
So I bought it from.
He laid on his back and took one off a tremor.
So like I said, I did that within the first 24 hours ownership.
Oh wow!
I think it cost me $83.
Oh wow!
I think it was
too bad.
Was a Pfeiffer's Ford, something like that.
Wait, hold on. You said it came from Pfeiffer Ford Lincoln?
Yeah.
Not going to say that's down the road from us, but that's down the road from us.
Dude, they had the cheapest price.
They shipped it all the way from Michigan.
Shipping to New Orleans, it was $86.
Wow.
$86.
That's
that's what.
This is a small world.
Total cost.
Man, we need to start selling parts online.
Very small world. That's nuts. Those guys are down the street from us.
That's awesome.
So it's in stock. So A-Rod will get you one. I'm gonna tell you, it makes a difference. I'll send you a pic.
Heck yeah. What I'm assuming you got just the aluminum wheels, or you got the chromes?
And I got the aluminum,
Looms,
cast
okay.
aluminum.
Yep. Okay.
Dude,
I wonder
love
how
me
those
a
wheels
good
look.
Chrome wheel.
STX with aluminum on a 350 dually. I wonder what rim you would get.
Well, there's
It's
the
probably just a
painted
17-inch.
there's a painted steel. Is the
Right.
is the one that the commercials come with, and then the only other one is for the dually is the cast aluminum.
Yeah, it's either
Yeah, I
it's, Sean,
guess
it's
you're
either
right.
it's either
Oh,
the gray.
okay.
Because on the 350 they're 17 inches. They're not like yours with the 20s, 21s, right? You got 21s, right?
He's 19 and a half.
Yeah.
19
Oh, you mean on the 450?
on your
19
450.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 19.5.
Yeah. Those don't come on the 350s.
He said that Sean said that like such a flex. He's like, yeah. 19.
No, I don't. No,
I got
'cause
430
he was,
gears.
No, when he was
He's
saying,
got
I've been
430
I've been
gears.
restraining myself from saying that, but
No,
No,
I'm just razzing you.
I was. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. When you said 20s, I thought you were talking about A-Rod's truck.
20.
Now A-Rod with
We
the
keep 'em
single
clean,
rear
though.
wheel, he's got the 20s.
We keep them clean.
Yeah,
now.
he's got the 20s.
We got 7 minutes, so I'll let you guys know when we get closer.
Oh, will you?
What kind of tires did they set you up with? Continental?
I bet you
Not
Goodyear's.
Michelin.
Good.
No,
Oh,
Michelin.
Michelin's. Oh,
I
Michelin.
think that should be mod number 2.
Yeah, I'll get some use out of them first.
Yeah,
Heck
you know,
yeah.
when you were talking about your surprise about MPG, so you're able to get 19 to the gallon. I'm only sitting at like 15 on the
Well,
highway.
that's because the tires,
Wait,
your tires
rear-
are way crazier.
That in your rear end is what a
And
4.3.
yeah,
Mhm.
430.
and you have 430 gears, so you're revving her
Yeah.
out way higher.
I'm revving out at 80 miles an hour. I'm about 2250
RPM? No way.
RPM. Yeah, 2,250 RPM with the 10 speed.
for real?
So
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
really
doing
that
about-
high?
I'm doing 1,700 at 70.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. Maybe like
yeah, I'm up there.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably right
the
there.
550 that I had done the engine on that I just took out on the highway today, that thing was at 70 miles an hour, screaming at like 2,500.
550s run a
750.
they run a different gear ratio. They run
What
like
are
a,
those? 455s
yeah, something like that.
or 488?
Yeah, it can be up to 488. So that's going to be screaming at 70.
Yeah, those things don't like the highway though.
I like that reflective tape you got. That
Yeah?
that was pretty cool. I'll have to send you a picture of it, DS. Yeah, there it is right there. He's got that tape right where my light strip is.
Pull up his screen. I see you.
All the way. What do
I
you
think
mean?
maybe once he talks, it'll. What tape are
Yeah,
you talking
no,
about?
okay.
Oh, he's
Sorry.
holding it up. He's holding it up.
Can y'all see me?
Once he starts talking, he'll come up.
So the reflective, it's just the 1-inch reflective tape.
hmm
So I'll put it on the under the tailgate, but right where the dually lights rear lights mount. Take that light strip, that 3-bar light strip out, fold
Uh-huh.
it down, and then along that back
That's
edge of
awesome.
the bed, I put that reflective tape in there.
uh
And so it gives you the illusion of doing a light bar, and at night it looks like it's like a
Glowing.
running light,
Yeah.
running light cover.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I like it.
I didn't like the I don't like those LED bars. I mean, it seemed like you buy the thing and then within about 6 or 8 months that you get some segments start dying and they start acting up, and
Oh yeah.
so
It
that
does look
reflective tape is it looks good on the black.
See,
No,
those Michelins look way different than mine.
It's the
Oh yeah, it's
all-terrain.
because it's a 17 and it's an all-terrain.
So you guys
Right.
can
It's
You
a way
guys can
different.
check-
It's a completely different tire.
check that out.
So that's
Oh.
the
It
five.
doesn't have the little
seen-
fillets on the side of the
Oh,
edge of the
I'm
tread.
sorry. I could have been a little smarter there.
Yeah, that's
Good
the
looking.
5-inch valance.
That doesn't look too bad. I can dig that.
Yeah, that looks good. So you've got so many more tire options because of the 350.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the light truck tire options.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can go. There's a lot of different options you can get from Continental from the factory.
I like Toyo's options for commercial tires. They have a snow tire. They've got a snow rated tire.
The best 19.5 that we have found so far is a Continental HSR. Or no,
I think the HSR is discontinued.
no, it's like the HSR 3 Plus. It's supposed to be a hybrid tire that can run as a steer or a drive axle.
Yeah. I
Are
know.
you
And
talking
all of
about
all of our customers have said great all around performance.
wow.
Are you talking about the
highway.
factory tires that come on the 450?
Yeah, so that's one of the options. It's like a
That's what
Conti, yeah, it's the HSR 3 Plus.
I
but
think I
it's
want to
a-
do
an
that.
all
So-
position tire.
so far they seem fine. I mean, I don't know. Everyone online complains about it, and I haven't had it in any crazy condition or adverse conditions yet.
Here's
So
his,
I mean,
here's
we'll
his
get
light
the-
strip, his reflective tape.
that's genius, man.
So you'll
I
see
like
right
it.
in that gap, right? I think I'm gonna do that, man. I really like that. That's a good idea.
So when it lights up, all the light kind of bounces off of that tape.
yeah, well, pretty much.
It's
The- the-
reflected. So, so those stickers that they put on the back of the 18-wheeler,
Yeah.
it's instead of doing a red and white one, just solid red all the way across.
Okay.
Dude,
I like
that's-
that.
That's mean.
So at night, I mean,
Clean it up
looks-
with some alcohol. Fucking,
That's it.
I like
Now
that.
now that stuff is really, really sticky. So
What did you
you gotta-
measure out? Like how would you 70 inches?
So I took like I let the tape run wild on one end, but I took a lot like the first inch or so, and just like you do with the pinstripe, you take and pull the first little inch off, leave the tape on it, but kind of fold it over. You can tack it to one side, and then you stretch it across the width, and then just kind of put your finger in the middle to keep it, and then remove the backing, and then just like pinstripe, just kind of touch it down,
I
and
got
then
you.
make sure you stay straight all the way across.
That's awesome.
and,
That's a great little mod. I like that. I'm gonna write that down.
Very cost effective as well.
Oh,
Man.
big time.
Great idea.
Yeah, I've been doing that on all my trucks. I had a 05 6-liter for about 3 years, and then I moved to a Chevy, and kind of moved to a car. We stopped camping for a while, and so went to just a SUV type Expedition, and then Explorer, SUVs, and then now that I'm retiring again, time to get a big truck, and
That's awesome.
only one way to go is Ford.
That's
so for me.
number one. That's
Sounds like you
yeah.
had maybe a bad experience with that one Chevy.
Yep.
Yeah, the one Chevy, and it was all Ford after that.
Yeah, I had a Dodge, a 2000 Dodge diesel. It just beat the crap out of us in terms of ride comfort.
Ain't got Tacoas.
they look pretty sweet.
Oh, they put the wheel weights on the outside.
That ain't right.
Stickies. You got to use the stickies.
I gotta bring my truck to you and have you rebalance these wheels, man.
Got you.
The rears, I balance them with like the little beads in the rear.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
it's not a good way to put the weights on them. Or you should just come see me and we can put some steelies on for you for the winter.
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be
he was-
that'd be
he
a good.
said
idea.
we should roll out. We should do that one day. Is roll out there one.
We'll do it on a Saturday, and we'll
Yeah,
get
one
like
Saturday.
we'll get a 650, or no, not a 650. We'll get a 550 and a 600, and we'll put them side by side on the mobile hoist.
What you showing off there?
I just installed
trying to
these
figure that out.
lights.
Oh yeah.
I just installed these lights. I actually.
How did you
like-
fasten them? Show me how you
Zip ties and hopes and dreams.
go back.
He froze.
Oh man. Yeah, he got these really nice. I mean, the size of the palm of your hand lights, all metal housing, had some nice heat sinks on the back.
Can you see it?
Oh man.
Yeah, we see it.
Those are nice. How did you affix them to the piece of metal? Show me what you did.
So I went through with a bolt,
Okay.
and this here is some tape, but there's some butt connectors in there to shrink, wrap everything. I just put tape on the outside. And now this part is gonna be kind of slick. So my salt dog has a hot wire. So when I turn on the salt dog, it turns on a hot wire so you can add an extra light. But it doesn't give you any ground. It just gives you a hot wire.
Okay.
So for the ground, I went underneath this rubber and I got a 4 flat and stole the ground right from the trailer hitch with just a 4 flat, not a full hitch or anything, just a little 4 flat. I cut all the extra wires off, just used the ground. But if I ever wanted to, I could tap into like the park light, the running light, park light, or turn signals for anything else, but I don't see any need for that. So this green wire is the ground wire from the 4 flat, and then this brown one is the hot wire from the salt dog, and then it just kind of goes under to the 4 flat, and then from the salt dog. So
I could dig that.
Worked out pretty good.
I can like the lights. I can dig them. I mean, how I like lights.
I can still adjust.
How do they work that for y'all? So we don't live in the South, so we don't have snow, right?
Right.
And so we don't have all of these guys setting themselves up. So y'all set yourself up as a company, and then y'all lease to the state, or how does that work?
Either way, you could lease to the state if you wanted to. Probably not. Maybe not to the state. Maybe because the state's gonna have their own stuff. But some cities will hire. I know Detroit will hire contractors to go downtown if they have loaders and whatever. But either way, you can get your own contracts. You could work for a bigger landscape company or another national company that just has contracts only, no equipment, and they'll just kind of set you up. You don't make a lot of money that way, but you can get started real easily. But me, I like to have my own contracts with small companies like dentists.
Oh, and he's getting his dentist. And he's getting his dentist.
Yep, he's getting his dentist. But for the most part, to finish that one for him, it's just municipalities take care of their own roads, and then counties or states will take care of their highways depending on
all different kinds of companies will
whose area it's in.
Yeah, like lawn and snow, but it's also like you name it. You name a company that doesn't work a lot in the winter, and they might have a snow plow service. Maybe like a gutter company might have a snow plow company as well.
A lot of excavation and construction guys will do it.
We'll do snow, yeah.
Just enough to keep y'all busy until the grass cutting season starts again?
Honestly, it's not that busy because we haven't been getting that much snow lately. And when it does snow, it's pretty busy for a day or so. Once it finally snows, but it's not been snowing too much the last couple of years.
That's cool.
Oh wow!
I know it's a big expense to set up. For hopefully you get a good payback.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Like a good snow plow. Like if you go in there and get the top of the line, it's gonna be easily $10,000 right now. So it can be hard. I know my first year, I'm riding around town. I had a nice Western plow. I had no accounts, and I got the truck first before I had really accounts, and I'm just like riding around with this nice plow and truck with no accounts. And it just took a
driveway for free. Huh?
We were just pulling people out of ditches and everything. So it took a couple of years to get established, get some accounts, and figure out some of the logistics. Because for a couple of years, I had too much equipment and I had not enough accounts, and it's like, man, what am I doing? Because I'm spending all this money on equipment, and we constantly don't get snow. So
yeah, you guys don't really get as much on that side of the state, do you?
No, yeah, you probably get a lot more.
But, yeah, you probably get hammered, huh?
Yeah.
Where we are, not terribly, but once you I'm gonna say once you move north of And Big Rapids, once you hit Cadillac, that's when you're starting to get more. And then obviously some parts of the UP get 300, 400 inches a year. And that's as much as you're seeing out in Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
Well, a couple years ago, I implemented a prepaid system that really helped me out. Without that, I probably would have quit by now if it wasn't for that. But
Yeah, I
either
know.
way, I make some money. So
That's how a lot of guys do it, is you just quote it as this much, and if you don't plow a lot that year, you make a lot of money. If you plow a lot, you get whatever. And a lot of companies will say they won't go out until there's 1.5 inches or 2 inches of snow on the ground. And
yeah,
I think out of all of the landscapers and okay, so let's just say there's 10 landscape companies that come to my store. Out of those 10 landscaping companies, I would say, let's just give a number. All those companies have 10 trucks. I'd say maybe half of those companies are good at maintaining them, and the other half, they're like, this thing's got fuel filters? Oh.
Or they're like, wait, you mean I'm not supposed to shift into drive while I'm still going backwards?
Oh. I don't know. I love being able to service those trucks.
Gravy.
And the ones that are messed up. But when you look at the whole spectrum, like when you're just driving around, I mean, you're not even working on them. There's legitimately every single landscape company that I see, they're all Fords. It's just, I think Ford has won the market in commercial truck just for its versatility in being garbage truck, an ambulance, whatever. I mean, there's
SWAT
so many
truck?
whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't see any SWAT trucks made out of GM or Dodge chassis.
Nope.
You ever seen a GM Bearcat? I don't think so.
Nope.
GM's
That's because it's a
got
Ford
that,
chassis.
GM's got that funky independent front suspension that has been some issues. You know, if you're carrying a lot of weight on your front end, I feel like the solid axle from a Ford is better. Dodge has the solid axle, but
you remember back in the day when they still had kingpins?
Oh, not really.
1 tons.
Oh, what? You king got a pin?
Dude, we actually had a truck come in today. Oh, we looked at it today. It was a 650, and they had just gone to get a DOT done. And the guy doing it said kingpins have 30 thousandths of play. Like on a 30,000 mile truck, no way.
What year are you talking kingpins? I don't even really know what those are.
Just imagine
Instead of a ball joint, there's
one
That's what I'm
ball
thinking.
joint, but not really. No, it's just a pin with bushings in it.
Yeah.
I've never really seen that in person. Maybe on a semi.
That was
but
like, I think Dodge did it in the mid 90s still, and Ford might have still done it. It was way back. But
the oldest Ford suspension I've seen was the twin I-beam suspension, and I've done ball joints on that before.
Dude, that's not even old. They still do it on the Econo line to this day.
They still do that. Wow.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like too terrible of a system.
old school. That's what's on Old Blue. My 83, same.
I did ball
thing.
joints on one of those. It was a 4-wheel drive, and it wasn't that much different from like a 350.
Dude, those are always nutty
solid
looking,
axle.
the way they did 4-wheel drive with twin I-beam.
I forget how they did the shafts, just like axle shafts.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
crazy.
But they're not in.
technology.
But are they in tubes? They're just like.
Kind of exposed.
I can't remember how
Yeah.
that would even look. How the axles would look.
But anyway, this 650, this guy's trying to say, oh, they need to get their kingpins replaced. And all right, pull out the dial indicator, put it on the top of the, what do they call them for those uprights? Is that what they call them on a big truck? Put it on the top. It's got, what was it? 5 thousandths on one and 8 thousandths on the other. Ford spec for brand new is 8 thousandths.
So what's their deal?
Their fail is 15 thousandths. This guy
So it's
goes,
gotta
no,
be-
this guy said, no, it had 30 thousand. So I don't know if they were slow or what. And we told the customer, this is what it is. This is spec. tell him that's what it is, and he will not sign off on it unless we send him a video.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of, I'm just guessing that guy's shop is really slow right now, or they're just kind of a crooked, dirty shop.
You guys do DOTs where you're at?
Yeah, we do DOTs.
Why wouldn't that guy just get the DOT there?
Don't ask me. I don't know. They bought all their trucks from us too. So
what does it pay out when you do a DOT? What do you get paid to do DOT? Is it like you got 2 hours for it? You get 2.5?
I think we usually do like 2 or 2.5 for it.
Yeah.
And then but that's literally checking everything, and usually we'll do all their maintenance for them too.
Like I have a specific clipboard that I'll use, that I'll walk around. I mean this, I got to fill out all this stuff. I mean, I'm not just gonna.
Well, no, you have to do the
do a
sheet
freaking
anyways.
mark. So it's like I got my clipboard. Like it's the only time I use my clipboard. So I'm walking around the truck and I got my DOT sheet and light check, up,
Dude, you know
light
what?
check.
Okay, speaking of lights, people need to realize that per DOT law with lighting, if the light is on your vehicle, it has to work.
Wow.
Yep.
So if you have a cab marker on your truck and it's out, you can get a ticket for that.
Wow.
The other thing that people always overlook is on the side marker in the headlight. People always think it's just a reflector. So when they see that there's not a light on, they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong. It's just a reflector. No, there's a light there, and you can get failed for that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just looked at, so my buddy's got a 17 and he has LEDs lights and got a light in there. But then I went over and looked at mine, and mine's straight up like a yellow reflector. I'm like, I don't got a light back there, but my turn signal actually wraps around the side.
So it shines in there then, right?
No, it's literally, it does not light up.
Oh.
It's
I
weird.
don't think
That's
I
weird.
do
Remember-
know the rule is if the light's on the vehicle, it has to work. But you can get away with like side markers of being reflectors.
Guys, how often do y'all do regens?
My 6-liter, never.
It's never triggered them.
Well, I mean, I'm past that, but
6 liters.
6-liter
have
ain't
that.
got no.
Trick
Which,
question.
interestingly enough,
For
fun
me,
fact, they made
Have
the
you-
6-liter up to 2010.
wow, I didn't know
The
that.
Econo line. Anyways,
For me, the regens are once every 2 weeks with how I'm driving right now, which is
Whoa.
pretty light towing. What about you?
Well, it's only got 100 miles on it, so
Oh, dang.
I
Well,
would
yeah.
assume you're probably
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do,
So no, yeah.
your truck's going to do an active regen without you knowing it with within the next 100 miles.
I think
Oh.
you should.
That would be
So
my guess.
so as part of my deal, with the dealership, I negotiated in the activation of the OCR feature as part of my deal.
Hell yeah.
So the service manager here, he took care of me. So I don't know if
Excellent.
I'm a do I still get them automatically?
Oh,
Yeah, it'll
most definitely,
it'll
most definitely.
So-
still active regen on its own. It's just if it's like, hey, filter's full, you want to do it right now, then you have the option to just do it.
So I got
Yeah.
that turned on.
So you turned it on?
Yeah, I got it turned on, and
You're welcome.
it's nice. Thanks, buddy. So it's nice because it lets you know, like you can see the gauge on a cluster versus when you don't have it, it's kind of a mystery.
Yeah.
And once it allows you to do it, it's kind of weird because you only get like a minute to make a decision. So you have to pull over into the safe place and do everything and turn it on, then it starts revving up and you can't drive. So it's almost better just to drive and let it go in to the regen, but at least you know. Because if you don't know, then you might end up going into a regen, burning off 10% of it, then parking, and then starting the vehicle again. And then it wants to go back to 100 before it
Yep.
starts to do it again. So it's, you can get into deadly cycle where you never do a full regen. So at least if you know, you can go for another 10, 12-minute drive, burn it down to 0. Don't take that long. And at least that way, you know, you're not keeping your filter at 90% or 80% without actually burning it down. So that's really the value. I did do a regen, like parked with the engine revving and everything, but to me, it seemed like it takes too long, and it's kind of, to me, I don't see when I'm going to use it. It doesn't give you that many options.
You wouldn't. It would just be more for the work trucks.
Hey, Rod,
So-
you're doing it just with static, right?
Correct.
But the other option is that you can do it you can active command a active regen.
Yeah, and it needs to be 100%
Mm-hmm.
before you do that.
So it needs to be 100% to do it while you're going down the road.
No, it has to be stationary.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like when you turn OCR.
Once you reach 100%,
did
you're
they
going
change
down.
it then?
No, once you reach 100%, you're going down the road. You don't have to do anything. It's just going to do it.
Are you talking about like the selections within FDRS?
Yeah, because like in FDRS and IDS, it gives you different options of
Yeah.
how to do the regen.
Yeah, like you can do manual regen, inhibit active regen, which is you don't want to inhibit active regen. Then you have manual initiate, which is what you want, and then you have one other one that didn't apply. I can't remember the configuration of what it said.
There was one transit that I turned OCR on.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to do regens while driving.
That might be just for transit.
But I was going to
not
say
for
that
Super
might be
Duty.
just transit because
Yeah.
when you do that on a transit, you have to go
can't stand
through.
those.
Okay, but can he start
So-
a regen? Can he start a regen before he's at 100%?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I wish I could do that. No,
But that might be a transit only thing because the software you go through to do that is straight out of Europe.
Yeah, really.
So A-Rod, that would be my wish list thing to Ford Engineering. That'd
Mhm.
be a standard feature on
I
it.
agree.
And part 2 is I want to be able to do it on a Saturday. I want to get notice that when it gets 90%, and any time after 90%, I can take and turn it on.
I was saying,
cutting
I
the
was
grass.
literally, yeah.
It's gonna
I was saying the exact same thing.
yeah.
I mean, technically,
yesterday.
you could if you had ForeScan.
I just got that.
You could
You
just
can do-
you could just hook
do
it
it
up
with
and
a
just do a
ForeScan.
regen.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I
that'd
think
be cool.
it's just something that I think Ford needs to implement, not just for the cab chassis, but it should be something if
I don't
you
know.
drive a 6.7, I think it is very smart to know what your exhaust filter is because it does have a life expectancy. And we all know, just as servicing technicians, Matt, you know as well as I do, that these people who do not drive their vehicles in a manner to allow regen to initiate on its own, well, how do I know if it's not cleaning? If you had the percentage turned on and you see it going down, then you know it's regenning. So
Right. I think part of me says baseline because I know the 2020 or the certain trucks now will tell you DPF load, right?
Yeah, wow, yeah.
I don't necessarily think they need to program it from the factory that people can just do it whenever they want.
it's not the fact of
No,
just doing
no,
it, but
but
I
we're
want to
not
see
saying-
the percent.
We're not saying we want to do it whenever we want, but we want to do it from the 90%. Like once you hit 90, let me make a decision to do it. Don't make me wait till
That's right.
100 and then at 100 I have to do it. And what if I don't have time at 100? I might not have that
That's right.
time at that moment.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You should at least be able to
It's all software.
Give us
force a
a
regen while it's
window.
parked.
Give us
but
give us a good window.
I mean, I
No,
can.
let us
I know
do,
why they. It's just
Well, not even
a lot of the
while you're
time,
parked.
less is more.
Well-
It's got to be why they're not doing it.
Well,
They
I
want
don't-
us to clean the filter. Can we
I
clean
don't-
the filter when we want?
but I don't want to necessarily do it while I'm parked because that's kind of a waste. I'm not like A-Rod's saying, I don't have like a boom truck where I can sit there and run the engine at park while I'm doing something else. What I'm saying is like at 90, if
Well, I
I
mean-
know I can plan around that 90%, that's probably what, a week. I could be at 90% for like 3-4 days between 90 and 100.
I mean, I look at it as it'll be fine. The truck will take care of it for you. But we all have
can
different
feel you.
thoughts, and that's
I can
fine.
feel you.
But I mean, most trucks that I look at, granted, most of the time they are cabin chassis and they're running all day. The regen frequency on most of them, doing like an active regen, and that doesn't always burn it all out.
Right.
It's like 120,
yeah,
120 to 180 miles is when they'll usually do it.
Yep. Yep. I see. I was going to say 150 is like, I see like the tow trucks and like the rollbacks are like usually 150-ish, 160, with 100 and, 40, 50, 60,000 miles on it. So
I guess really the issue arises is the short trip guys who daily the truck. They can get stuck in that cycle where they don't regen enough or have the right. Because if you're driving the truck, your regens are going to be fine. Just me driving back and forth from Ford, a commute to Ford is going to burn that exhaust down to zero.
Most definitely.
So
if you're on the freeway doing 70 miles an hour for at least 20 minutes, every day, I don't foresee you having.
So DS, you're gonna have to take and do an episode where we trigger one from Forescan.
That would be cool. I got to get a Forescan. That would be cool. Though.
You gotta get one from A-Rod.
Yeah. And,
you might be able to just get a J. What's the SA?
J29.
Yeah, whatever. A compatible OBD2.
Yeah, you can use the VCM, right?
Yeah, but you can also just get the little Bluetooth one.
Right. Because I can't afford
it to your phone or your iPad, and I'm pretty sure
you could buy the VCM.
You could just do a static regen.
I would love to get Forescan and play around with
you. Yeah, you got to let me turn some of that stuff off on your truck.
Yeah, I'm learning so much.
You can turn the chime off. You can turn the chime off.
Well, the seatbelt chime. That's what I'm trying to find.
No, you can turn off the doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I did for the key. The three do when you turn the key on, and then when you have the truck running and the key fob's in your pocket and you shut the door, and then and then I want to get it so that the seatbelt thing's not.
That's a good one though. You shouldn't turn that one off.
Well, it's just like if I'm in the neighborhood or if I'm moving the car around or something at work, and it's just a hassle.
What if someone T-bones you out of nowhere? Your airbags aren't going to go off.
What?
Really? Your airbags don't go off without the seatbelt?
Occupancy.
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't your airbags go back? Your airbags can go off when the car's just sitting still. If somebody crashes
impact.
Yeah, if the car's just sitting there, airbags will go off. Seatbelts don't have to be buckled. I mean, the pretensers ain't going to work because the seatbelt's not buckled.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
You're telling me.
Well,
if it doesn't detect occupancy, it's still going to go off?
Wait a second. What about the one in the steering wheel? If you don't wear a seatbelt and you hit something, the steering wheel is still going to blow up, right?
It's going to blow up?
It's going to shoot the airbag out.
It does.
Have you ever seen people that will they'll bedazzle their steering wheel, and it's like you just made that's shrapnel. You just put shrapnel on there.
I've never seen bedazzle a steering wheel, but I know I've crashed before and had that airbag blow up in my face.
Oof, that ain't pretty.
I wouldn't want to. Yeah, honestly, it didn't hurt because of the airbag. It was just like, and it blew my eyeglasses like underneath my driver's seat.
Ooh, I can smell it right now. That shit stinks. Yeah. Oof. Oof.
I don't remember if I was wearing a seatbelt or not, but
I think Forescan was really cool. I was quite giggly about it. I just couldn't believe that I could change all this stuff with this computer program that I've never used, and I was using the VCM. And
doesn't it make you feel kind of dirty?
Yeah, I was like, this is
cool. I shouldn't be able to do this.
I know.
You got all the factory tools, and they don't let you do that. It does.
No, I mean,
Matt, didn't you have a warning about Forescan? You were saying.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to go in and start changing code, make sure that you
take a picture of the stuff you did before, or write it down.
Write it down. Well, I think you can can't you force as built with Forescan though?
Mm-hmm.
So you could revert it, but like a lot of that stuff that you're doing in Forescan isn't necessarily like a drop down box where you're selecting yes or no. It's like you have to go in and change a 4 to a 2.
That's right.
You're literally changing the coding in it.
Some stuff you got to stay in your lane with this Forescan. You can't be going in there and playing with the wrong thing.
I mean, you can. But it's like something might happen, and I don't know what will happen.
I wonder how much it is to upgrade to Pro. I'll have to look at it.
I don't know. Just stay with the trial.
But we got 10
Because with
minutes.
Pro, all Pro allows you to do is reprogram.
No, I'm talking about Zoom. Sorry.
But I will say, guys, I am learning so much stuff. Like when we put the snowplow in, and even though we had some issues, just like seeing all that wiring and splicing that we did to get the headlights to work. I went and ordered the kit to do the wiring for my 450, and I went and ordered some trim tools. I'm gonna show you real quick. I ordered these trim tools. I'm so excited.
Video coming soon. Install of DS Trucks plow on his 450.
After you pop that trim tool out and took off the grill, I'm like, man, if I had to take my grill off, I just went and ordered this on Amazon. It's got like
that's dope.
Plastic.
Oh yeah,
dude, I'm so barbaric when it comes to taking grills off Aluma-Duties. Dude, I just yank them off. I pull the 4 bolts out and I just yank.
Well, the 450 had like some hidden bolts, I think. But
under that trim piece. Yeah. That was kind of.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you take the trim piece that has a million clips off of it.
And I went and got some of these.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
What is that?
Don't drop them.
They've got solder. The smaller ones got solder in them.
I love Ford's butt connector kits. Oh, the little barrel connectors and the heat shrink with the glue in it.
I can dig them.
I'd have to try those ones.
I can dig them. Those are the ones I was using for your truck and your high idle, which high idle I have probably done, let me see, Kegman, DS, Mark, Baby Gravy,
what? Who?
I've probably done 6 high idles.
All right, so with the high idle, A-Rod didn't even tell me he was doing it. And like 2 minutes go by, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I idle in the truck, but he's flying through it so fast. He's just like shooting, throwing. He like had a whole process. I'm like, dude, it looks like you're in an assembly line. It looks like you're doing like that's how fast it was. Within like 10 minutes, he had a high idle.
That was awesome.
Dude, I use that.
You
so
should
much.
watch me do an upper oil pan then.
I got to do one tomorrow. You want to come and do it for me? Because I really don't feel like it.
It's
a pickup.
W, is it a W or a C?
A what?
W or C?
Oh.
Warranty or customer pay?
It's a W.
That's all you. And it's on a pickup with 4-wheel drive, all you.
It's a W.
What's the difference, man?
Wait, the only thing that trumps that is if it's got a PTO on it. Then I really don't want to do it. If it's got a PTO on it on an F650 or 750, A-Rod loves doing those. He wants to do them all.
Why don't you want the
he
W?
Wants to do every single F650 because that's warranty. Warranty doesn't pay as
What's
much.
wrong with warranty? Oh, so what? That's why, like, I get these trucks and I'm thinking, oh, the warranty, but nobody wants to do the warranty work. It doesn't pay as much. Anyway, like, you get the runaround.
Our truck shop is like 90% warranty work too.
Yeah.
If I didn't know you guys, I wouldn't get a new truck because if I had to get warranty work done, you know what they put me through? It's horrible.
Oh, I got you. I got you a dealer for life, which would be kind of how we met because that's where you brought your 6.2 when I did that valve cover.
Yeah, man, they gave me the runaround, man, all over. They gave me the runaround.
Hey, Rod, take a look at what I just texted you. So here's my high idle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's got the high idle.
And so I bought these connectors, a pack of these connectors. Made a whip that'll hook to the firewall pass-through. And a connector here where I could change it out. So this is I don't know, it's 18,000.
Oh,
what?
Wait,
look at that.
But I got a 20 also. So when I do mine, you know, I can just take it, swap them in and out real quick with the connector. Yeah.
Based on the weather.
Where are you plugging that connector into?
And so this will go where you normally put your resistor. Okay. So you hook the one of the wires to the pass through and one of the wires to the green that goes to the upfitter switch, and it just leaves you a socket here.
So you can change the resistance.
That change the resistor from so the 18,000 will the 18,000
Clever.
ohm will give you a little faster, a higher idle, higher RPM.
Clever.
And in the summertime, if you want to charge, it's you do the 20K, and that'll give you a 1900 RPM. Yeah, so
Clever. Where did you pick those up at?
Amazon. They go $10 for a pack
No
of 15
kidding.
of them. They're just
wow.
a regular.
So
Look
I've
like
seen
Delphi.
on YouTube a high idle kit that gives you a knob that like you turn this knob and it's constantly changing the resistance like a potentiometer.
$60, dude.
Well, that's
$60.
just what it is.
And is that pretty good or what?
You want my opinion? Go to Radio Shack, or are they even in business anymore? Go somewhere that sells potentiometers and do it that way. Because I think you're going to spend like 60 cents on a potentiometer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow. But that's kind of cool. I mean, if I don't have mine set up like that.
But I mean, you do have to ground those differently because you have two separate legs on those.
Okay.
I'll be a Ford technician. Well, that might be
no,
almost a closure. We got 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
What kind of oil are you going to use, Michael, when you change?
First one is just going to be just the blended stuff.
It's like 1030.
Whatever the factory's calling for. I'm not going to put anything of quality in it until over 20,000. I don't think. Want that engine to break in right.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna keep it on 1030 in mind.
And then I'll probably run the Motorcraft synthetic after about 15,000 to 20,000 or so and beyond.
Hell yeah.
But, I'm a Motorcraft guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I see too
much.
much.
Like that stuff. It's the DEF fuel. The DEF
fluid.
That's gonna be Motorcraft 2.
Yep.
So you got to find a way to get the best price on it.
Yep. Absolutely. I don't know. Do you see Motorcraft DEF at Walmart or auto parts stores? No, I can't say I've ever had. It's always that blue.
No, it's probably just AdBlue and whatever else.
Yeah.
AdBlue, I think, is the German federal owned and trademarked company. That's what they call it over there. They don't call it DEF. They just call it AdBlue.
Blue DEF. AdBlue. It's got the one with the blue knob. Keep it in the blue. Don't put it in the green.
I don't know why it's always blue, though.
To make it look nice.
Because it's like, mainly water. I don't know. But yeah, I guess we'll end it there. This was got a minute left here. Podcast number 6. DS, Matt, and our special guest tonight, Michael. Appreciate you coming out. Everybody in the comment section, tell us what you thought about this one. I'm going to put some links in the description. Check us out at billbrownford.net for your next Ford vehicle. And I'm going to link everybody over here, Matt, and everybody's social media. And you guys can reach out to them at your leisure. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Later.